What's going on, guys? So today we're doing the NFL Week 14 picks, and I brought on my good friend Clay, aka Pantherology, to do another video. Second week in a row. What's going on, Clay?
I hope we're going to keep doing this, Ryan. I kind of like collabing with somebody a little bit on just doing it week by week instead of by myself and people just hearing me talk about the NFL because they hear enough about me talking about the Panthers.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm having fun with it. I've gotten to the point where I'm kind of tired of talking about the Cowboys for the most part this year, and so it'll be a fun
Yeah.
way to talk NFL to keep up, see what we're getting right, what we're getting wrong. So let's go and jump in then. Um, Week
Yeah, man.
14. So Thursday night football, we have the New England Patriots at the Los Angeles Rams. And, I picked against the Patriots last week and they won 45-0. So that was a killer. I got that one so wrong. And yet here I am again picking against the Patriots because I just think the Rams defense is a little better. I think they bring a little more to the table on offense as far as versatility. And I'm picking the Rams to win. What do you think?
I mean, so like I said last week, it's hard for me to get, pick against Belichick. I mean, the Patriots, are back in the playoff hunt. They allowed less than 300 yards of offense in their last two games. So can that trend continue against the Rams is a question, but Jared Goff passed for like 350 something yards last week after, being called out for too many turnovers. So I think Los Angeles has a good defense too. So I'm actually going to pick against the genius this week. I'm picking the Rams 24-20.
Okay, nice. So next we have the Houston Texans at the Chicago Bears. And Clay, I've been picking against the Texans a lot this year, but the difference between them and the Bears, in my opinion, is, well, one, defense. The Bears had the better defense, but two, the Houston Texans have a quarterback, and I think that might be the difference in this one. So I'm going with the Houston Texans to win on the road in Chicago in the cold. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we get Mitchell Trubisky and Deshaun Watson, the 20 NFL draft class,
Little ACC
2017
matchup.
draft
Yeah.
class. Yeah, Trubisky, Deshaun Watson. There were some comparisons there back in 2017. The Texans are favored, obviously. David Montgomery helped Chicago control the clock at home. The Bears keep their slim NFC playoff hopes alive. So I'm taking the Bears in this one, 26-22.
Yeah, was Deshaun Watson drafted after Trubisky or before? So Trubisky went first. Oh man, what a
Yes, he
miss.
did.
I know the Jags missed on him as well. All right.
Well, wasn't Pat Mahomes in this draft class?
Yeah. I mean, there were a lot of guys that were taken late, and there were a couple of crappy quarterbacks taken first. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Anyways, we got the Tennessee Titans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a division opponent. The Titans looked horrible this past week, but I'm still kind of predicting them to pull out a win in Jacksonville. Even though the Jacksonville Jaguars, man, they've been keeping games fairly close week in and week out, it seems like, but they don't know how to win. And I feel like the Titans probably win by less than a touchdown.
I mean, Titans, played the first time they played each other. I mean, the Titans only beat them like 33-30. So Jacksonville, has lost the last four of their 5 games by 4 points or less. Derrick Henry clears 100 yards, I think, this time around. And the Titans bounce back from a loss to Cleveland this past week. So taking the Titans by a touchdown, 28-21.
Nice.
Okay.
So anyways, we have the Denver Broncos at the Carolina Panthers. I kind of went back and forth on this one because the Broncos looked really good this week, or they kept it really close, I should say, against the Kansas City Chiefs. Panthers lost to the Vikings, I believe, and I'm still picking your Panthers to win this one, man. I think they're going to put up some points. I like what I see. I think they're a well-coached team, so I'm picking Carolina.
Panthers, coming off a bye week, the 12 game stretch, so which they probably obviously needed it with the injuries. And then now we've got 8 players listed on the COVID list right now, which is not good. They get Denver. That's a team that's 2-4 on the road, who has a -10 turnover ratio in the last 4 games. So I think Carolina takes advantage, but closer than what people think. I'm going to go Panthers 23-20. Check out my channel if you want to hear more about this game.
Yeah, for sure. Clay will go in depth on the preview, and that'd be nice to hear a little bit more about what they got to get ready for with that Broncos team. I believe just a few weeks ago they were starting a practice squad wide receiver at quarterback. So I
Yes.
guess y'all have to get the real thing this time. Y'all have to play a real quarterback. But
Hopefully so. I would rather do it that way.
yeah, I hear you. So next is a game I do not want to talk about at all. The Dallas Cowboys at the Cincinnati Bengals. And I got to be honest with you, Clay, this is probably the last game of the season where I really think we probably will win this game. I mean, Ryan Finley and the Bengals just aren't showing me much right now. I think they lost like 7-19 against the Dolphins last week. And if they can't put up 7 points, then they're not going to put up 30 against the Cowboys, even with Joe Mixon back there. I do picture him having 100 plus yards, maybe a touchdown or two, but I still think we find a way to win that game.
I mean, well, the cool thing is Andy Dalton returns to Cincinnati.
True, very
And he
true.
gets to start to, against his former team. The Bengals, meanwhile, if you go look, they've only averaged about 10 points per game through the last 4 games they've lost. So I think Dalton leads the Cowboys to victory on the road, and then that puts them more heat on the second-year coach, Zach Taylor. So I'm going to go Cowboys here 23-13, 10-point win.
Yeah, nice. Kansas City Chiefs at the Miami Dolphins. And This is definitely a game where I'm picking the Chiefs to win. But, man, the Dolphins never fail to surprise me. I could see them keeping this somewhat close, but I definitely think Chiefs are winning. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the Dolphins remain in the playoff hunt too. So this is their first big matchup, for the rookie Tua. I mean, the Dolphins
Is he
ranked second
starting?
in the league, creating. Yes, he's starting.
Okay.
Dolphins, rank second in the league in creating turnovers. So, but the Chiefs will, not give them enough opportunities, I don't think, because they're one of those teams that just don't do that kind of stuff. And Pat Mahomes has only just thrown 2 interceptions all season. So I think the Chiefs win here. I'm going to go 31-20.
Nice. Actually, I think that's a really good score prediction. But next we have the Arizona Cardinals at the New York Giants, and I'm a little worried about this game. I'm picking the Cardinals to win, but man, I don't know. It does kind of seem like a game that the Giants could kind of pull out of the hat. I mean, I thought the Cardinals would beat the Rams last week, and that was another game where I was worried about the Rams, and the Rams pulled it out. I could see the Giants doing the same thing, but I did pick the Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean the Cardinals have lost, 3 of their, last, games, the last 3 games since their, Hail. I call it the Hail Murray.
Hail Murray, nice.
The Giants have, they've only allowed 20 points or less through their 4-game winning streak. So, and which is kind of cool. Think about it this way: Oklahoma and Texas fans will tune in to this because it'll be Colt McCoy versus Kyler Murray matchup. So, I mean, I like the Cardinals here. I'm gonna take the Cardinals. They'll break this losing streak. I'm gonna go 28-24 over the Giants.
Yeah, man, it's interesting to see Colt McCoy still in the league, starting games. Man, he does seem like he's the perfect backup quarterback to have. He can still get enough done to win games. He is clutch. I think he would have won the national championship if he didn't break his arm, his leg, something back in the day. But yeah, that'll be an interesting game. So next we have the Minnesota Vikings at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I went back and forth a little bit with this one because the Vikings team is pretty tough. They're keeping games close lately, but I do think Tampa gets it done, and Brady gets the dub. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I keep talking about the playoff hunt. I mean, the Vikings are, remaining in that. Dalvin Cook will be a challenge for the league's, top run defense. That will put pressure on Kirk Cousins, but Tampa Bay had an extra week to prepare. Tom Brady cleans up the turnovers at home, so I'm taking the Bucs 28-21.
Nice. So next we have the Indianapolis Colts at the Las Vegas Raiders. Trying to remember, the Colts beat Houston last week, I think by like 6 points. And the Raiders beat the Jets last week, but only 41-38. So both teams kind of underwhelmed, but they did manage to get the victory. Yeah. Man, I'm picking Vegas in this one. For some reason, man, I'm all about some Derek Carr getting the job done. I think Josh Jacobs will go at him as well. So I think it's going to be a good game. But I think the Raiders just have more weapons, man, on offense. And I think that's what's going to get it done.
No, I'm actually right there with you. I mean, the Raiders escaped, New York with a victory. Now they meet an old nemesis though, and Philip Rivers. So, um, who lost both meetings to the Raiders as the Chargers started quarterback last year. So Las Vegas defense is a big concern, but I think Derek Carr leads another victory in this game, 31-28 Raiders.
Nice. So next we have the New York Jets, who we just talked about, at the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks were so underwhelming against the Giants last week, even though I picked the Seahawks to win.
Mm-hmm.
I got to pick them again this week, though. I don't think they beat the Jets. I mean, the Jets have been playing a little more competitive the past few weeks. They're keeping some games close, but I don't think they know how to win. I'm not too sure that they even want to win. So, they're definitely in the tankathon as long as they keep Adam Gase as their head coach. So, yeah, I definitely pick Seattle to win that one.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle's defense is playing better. The offense the offense struggled, which has been the total opposite all season long for that team. Seattle's 0-4 when it has 2 or more turnovers and gains this season. So Russell Wilson gets back on track against the winless Jets. I mean, I think this is going to be easy one, 31-17.
Nice. Yeah, I agree. Green Bay at Detroit, the old rivalry between A-Rod and Matthew Stafford. I think A-Rod has definitely owned that one. I don't know how many of the matchups he's won, but I know he's won most of them. I don't think things are going to change. Right now, the Packers are doing a great job of winning games, and the Lions are hit or miss, hit or miss. I don't think they're playing that bad, but they've lost some games they should have won. So I'm definitely picking Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean, the Packers clinched the NFC North with a win and a Vikings loss. So it won't be easy because, at Detroit, but the Lions played loose under, their interim head coach. I felt like the teams have split the last 4 meetings in Ford Field. So will Green Bay close out their division rival? I think so. I think it's going to be close though. I'm going to go Packers 27-24.
Nice. So now we have an Atlanta Falcons team that sucks at winning games, but that's not a terrible team. They're keeping all the games close. They took it to New Orleans last week, lost by less than a touchdown, and they're playing at the Los Angeles Chargers, who got beat by 45-0 against Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. So I can't pick that Chargers team to win. I'm definitely going to pick the Falcons in this one. It's been a while since I picked the Atlanta Falcons to win. But man, the Chargers, I've been talking up their defense. They gave up 45 points. I've been talking up Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler. They didn't score. So I'm definitely picking the Falcons in this one.
I'm actually going opposite. I mean, I know that the Chargers got embarrassed last week, 45-0 against New England, but and they're going into this game as the underdog. So I just feel like Atlanta still hasn't been consistent enough on both sides of the ball. So, and plus also the Falcons are 2-3 on the road this season, if you look it up. So I'm going to go Chargers here, 28-24.
Nice. So next we have the New Orleans Saints at the Philadelphia Eagles. Don't have much to say about this. I know Jalen Hurts is going to make his first start for the Eagles. I don't think it matters. He did help the team last week. There's no doubt. He gave him a spark, but he also turned it over in the fourth quarter. So I'm not too worried about Hurts. I'm not too worried about the Eagles team in general. Saints haven't looked that great the past couple of weeks, but man, they keep winning games. So I'm picking them to win.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Hurts, he offered a spark in the second half in last week's game, against the Packers. The Saints have allowed just 9.3 points per game in Tyson Hill's 3 starts. So that defense is playing very well. I think this will be close, but New Orleans hangs on the top seed in the NFC. So 24-16.
Nice. I agree. Washington football team at the San Francisco 49ers. I never know who's healthy on that 49ers team and who's not, but I can tell you this, man, that Washington football team are a tough defensive matchup, man, for anybody. And we saw that when they broke the only undefeated record left in the NFL and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think we all knew that Steelers team was bound to lose a game, but I don't think anybody thought it'd be against a Washington football team. But man, that front four and that secondary is just bad, man. They're tough. So I'm picking the Washington football team to win in San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm actually going 49ers here. I'm still a believer in this team. I mean, Alex Smith will be starting against his former team, which is kind of cool to think about, which provides, I think, the most interesting storyline of the week. Which I also think that he is the comeback player of the year for sure. The 49ers are on the outskirts of the playoff conversation, but they are healthy and at home. So both of these teams, allow less than 24 points per game. That's the magic number. So I'm going to go 49ers 24, Washington 20.
Nice. Next, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. Like I just
Oof.
said, man, I did not think the Steelers were going to lose to the Washington football team, but I do think they're going to lose in Buffalo, man. There's something about this game. I had it marked on my calendar about a month ago. I'm like, ooh, Buffalo's going to beat the one to beat the undefeated record. Now, they didn't. I still think they're going to win the game, though. So let's go, Buffalo. What do you think?
If the Steelers would have beat Washington last week and kept this undefeated streak going and how they've played, and if you would have asked me the first 5-6 weeks and the Bills had to play them, then I would have said, no, they're not beating them. But the Steelers are on, their third game in 12 days. And it's a tough spot to be at Buffalo after playing 3 games in 12 days. So the Bills are also coming off a short week, but they are 5-1 at home. So Josh Allen makes the most of his opportunity by handing Pittsburgh their second loss. And I'm going to go 26 Bills, Steelers 20.
Nice. Yeah. Last game of the week. I'm assuming this will be Monday Night Football, but who knows what day it'll be played because it's a Baltimore Ravens game, and it's the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. And yeah, Lamar Jackson looked good against the Cowboys, and we didn't make him throw, right? We didn't know how to stop the run, so I'm not worried about that Ravens team even still. They're not going to beat the Browns in Cleveland, and I'm picking the Browns to win. What do you think?
I'm picking the Browns too. I mean, the Browns have come a long way since the opening 38-6 loss to Baltimore. So Cleveland is 9-3, and their playoff credentials are still being questioned. I think this is a chance to change that narrative. So they will do it in a thriller, though. It's going to be a thriller, I think, this game. So I'm going to go Browns, though, 30-27.
Nice. Yeah. And by the way, Baker Mayfield was probably the player of the week 13, man. He was awesome. So
for sure.
I expect him to outplay Lamar Jackson this week. But anyways, now we get to the fun part. Go back to week 13 where we did the collab together, see what we got right, see what we got wrong. And let's go and get started. We have the New Orleans Saints at the Atlanta Falcons. Saints won that game pretty close. I don't remember the score, but that puts me at 1-0. I got that one right. What about you?
The Saints game, I got to find it. Sorry, I don't have them in the same order you do. But good. Saints, yes. So I had them winning. So I'm 1-0 there.
Okay, so we're both 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit Lions beat the Bears in Chicago. I picked that game as well. That put me at 2-0. What about you?
That puts me at 1-1. I had the Bears winning.
Okay. The Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. I picked the Colts. That's another game where they barely pulled it out, but the Colts won. So that put me at 3-0.
The Colts game. Where are we at? So I actually had the Colts winning that. So I'm 2-1.
Nice. Las Vegas Raiders beat the Jets in New York. And, man, I think we were all worried about this game, getting this one wrong, but we didn't. The Raiders pulled it out with that field goal and puts me at 4-0.
Yep, I am 3-1.
Nice. Cleveland Browns at Tennessee. Man, I thought the Titans were going to win that one. It wasn't even close. Oh, I guess it got close towards the end, but it wasn't close most of the game. That put me at 4-1.
Yep. I am 3-2.
Yep. All right. Cincinnati Bengals lost in Miami to the Dolphins. I got that one correct as well, and that put me at 5-1.
I am 4-2.
Nice. Jacksonville Jaguars lose to the Vikings in Minnesota. I picked the Vikings to win. That put me at 6-1.
I'm 5-2. I had the Vikings as well.
Nice. So the Rams won in Arizona. I picked Arizona to win. That put me at 6-2.
Yep, I am 4-3 now. Wait, no,
5-3.
5-3.
5-3.
5-3.
Five
Sorry,
and three.
sorry. I am 5-3 now. I had the Cardinals winning as well.
So the New York Giants at the Seattle Seahawks. I picked the Seahawks to win. That put me
Me
at
too.
6-3.
Me too. I'm 5-4.
5-4.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles at Green Bay. I knew that game was
Yeah.
a gimme, man.
Yeah.
A-Rod's got the job done. That put me at 7-3.
Yep, I'm 6-4 on that one. I had the Packers winning as well.
Nice. New England Patriots at the Los Angeles Chargers. Man, I really thought the Chargers were going to win that game. I was talking up Herbert, the defense, Eckler being back, all of that, and they got beat 45-0. I'll say for the millionth time, that put me at 7-4.
Yeah, I am now 7-4 as well. I had the Patriots winning that.
Yep, you got that one right. That's for sure.
Yep.
Broncos at Kansas City. I picked the Chiefs to win, and man, they barely pulled that one out of their hat. So kind of got lucky there. That put me at 8-4.
Yeah, that put me at 8-4 as well.
The Washington football team at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tell me we both got that one wrong, right?
Yeah, we did. I had the Steelers winning 27-13, so that puts me at 8-5.
8-5 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo Bills at San Fran. Now, this is the one you got wrong.
Yep.
And I got right. That put me at 9-5. I got the Bills.
That was my upset of the week last week, but now I'm 8-6 on that one.
And then this was my worst pick of the week. And, I didn't think Lamar Jackson was going to play. So I picked the Cowboys to win in Baltimore. It wasn't even close. I knew it wouldn't be. I don't know why I thought the Cowboys were going to win the game. I was thinking if McSorley started or whatever, we probably would have won that game. But this team just sucks, man. It put me at 9-6.
Yeah, I mean, I put me at 9-6 with the Ravens win. I kind of figured they would.
Yeah, so we both went 9-6 last week. Got a couple games different, but got most of them about the same.
Yep, I think we probably only. I think on this one too, we only picked about 2 or 3 different. So, yeah,
nice.
It'll be interesting to see after, this week and see what happens next week.
Yeah, this week. So this week, the first week we did it, we tied. It will be interesting next week. So I'll see you week 15, Clay. Thanks again for coming on. Everybody, go follow Clay at Pantherology on YouTube. Covers the Carolina Panthers, but also covers the NFL in general, kind of like I do as well. If you're watching this on Clay's channel, make sure you follow me, Fratagonia, on YouTube as well.
Yes, and click that like, guys. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and click that post notifications on both of the channels so that way when the new videos come out. All right.
Absolutely. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks again, Clay. We're out. Peace.